Okay, alright.
Common misconception, it is just Kayo. The South Side was just a throw on there and shit. But yeah, so it's not Kayo South Side, it's just Kayo. But yeah, I don't be mad when people say it. It actually kind of has a ring to it. First vinyl, we have Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, which is obviously Kendrick. We got one of my favorite Ye albums. I'm sure y'all can't guess it. Jesus is King. Very underrated Ye album. Very, very underrated. We got Beyonce Homecoming for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pander to the ladies for the brand sometimes, yeah. But I'm a rapper from Chicago. I'm 24 years old. I just made 24, so pardon the hesitation. I'm 24 years old. I've been writing my whole life. I've been taking it serious since about like middle school or high school. Yeah, that's me. I'm just a rapping dude. I got a lot of talents, actually. I play violin and shit. I sing. I do a lot musically, but rapping is like my passion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care to do much else but rap. So we got a candle. We got a little Joe Fresh Goods bobblehead. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Chicago.
Joe Fresh Goods.
We have, for those who don't know, this is crazy, what's the word? Like artifacts. This is like a piece from my first album, my real first album. I claim that this is my debut album, but Southside Blue Hearts is my really first album when I went by New World Kayo. So Southside Blue Hearts was a project I dropped in 2017 when I was New World Kayo. And yeah, it was literally like my first project, technically speaking. I claim that It Was Fun While It Lasted is my debut project because it is as Kayo, but that's like when I was a kid, I was probably like 16 years old making that. And yeah, so I dropped this project, Southside Blue Hearts, and it actually created the brand Southside Blue Hearts, like, which is my current brand. Like the clothes, they make the clothes. It's the label that all of my music is under. Elijah LaFleur's music is under. Flood's music is going to be under. Hopefully we get Bel Air over here, we'll see. He's kind of stubborn sometimes. But yeah, I'm getting New World back together, but that's Southside Blue Hearts for sure. Yeah, I'm Suge Knight to these niggas.
How far can I fall? You still love the same. Pray God hold me down. Pray you do the same. Please God hold me down. Please God hold my pain. Please God hold my pain. Hold my pain.
So that's that shit. Crazy. So Femdot was supposed to be on like that next verse after that. So that was gonna be hard, but I'm glad we got him on Still instead. I met Femdot years ago, like years ago. That's like my brother for real. I met him at, I wanna say, at an open mic. Can't remember where, but I know it was up north. I can visually see it, just can't remember the name. It was a bookstore, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I met him there, and then we just stayed close over all these years, but obviously he, you know what I'm saying, like ascended to very, very high levels, and he keeps ascending. But yeah, that's my bro, like there was no business transaction there, you know what I'm saying? Like there was no like, yo, can we get the feature? He just reached out, like I said, to hop on the album, and yeah, we had something for him. We had Still, and he loaded that bitch, bro. You know what I'm saying? Did something I couldn't have did with it, so yeah, but Fem is my guy, for sure.
My allegiance is to the Lamb of Allah. He sparked the seed, they grew my ceilings. They put our bodies on ice, but they never freeze it. Hands up, they put their knee on our necks, then tell us freeze, they clam up. I think they must have forgot that we come from Jesus. Even we did, the same lineage. They gave us pennies, we tried to pinch them. They took that out our pensions, then tried to lynch us. Not to mention, that was pennies on gold. They gave us nothing, we came back for even more of the same. We brought our luggage, so now that baggage that we carry is heavy. We almost drowned, had to cross the sea that's full of fish scales to flip a pound. Every shot you send, that baby plane bomber gon' send around. Half of a mile.
Fun fact, I used to be a truck driver, or small truck driver for the Nation of Islam. I drove like the Final Cause. So the Final Cause is the newspaper of the Nation of Islam. You'll see, you should see, I don't know if you will see, but you should see brothers out there like on the street, on 73rd and Stony, on 79th and Cottage, maybe 79th and Racine. Like you should just see brothers suited up, you know what I'm saying, suit and bow ties, and like they'll usually be selling the Final Call with the bean pies and shit. You know, that's a common joke about the Nation. But yeah, that's our newspaper. And it's the most, obviously I'm biased, but it's the most like forward propelling newspaper, especially for Black people. Like it's the only one that's actually speaking highly of the people, that is giving you news that you actually need to hear, and you know, not just like regurgitate, like the same old regurgitated bullshit that's in media. But yeah, so I was in charge of driving those Final Calls to the eastern regions and the mid-Atlantic region. So I drove to New York, Harlem, and down to South Carolina, and I stopped at every mosque in between. So we actually cannot carry weapons in the Nation of Islam, but I do love like guns. Like I like to look at them, study them. My grandfather out in St. Louis, he hunts, and he takes us hunting with him. So yeah, I don't never have them on my person, that's my word, but I definitely, yeah, I mean, study him, look into him, you know? And he made me the financier I am. Like he was a super stern with money and paying people back on time and never being in debt. And if you're in debt, then you're in slavery. And if you're in slavery, then you can't make decisions for yourself and you can never be a real man. Like he was one of those. So yeah, he kind of gave me that side of myself, which you'll hear in the music. Sometimes it comes off in a braggadocious way, but sometimes it comes off in a very teaching, you know what I'm saying? Like a teachable moments and shit. You hear that on 30,000 Feet. You hear it on a few songs. But yeah, so that grandfather, he was that side. So yeah, two different grandfathers. Sounds like it's the same one, but it's two different ones on the album. No, I engineer too. Come on, yo. That shit's crazy. Shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's only 3 tracks, too. This ain't even nothing crazy. Go, hey, beast.
Okay.
Verse.
I don't even dream big, I plan big. Still bought the fruits what my man did. We got the work for free like volunteers, but still charge a fee for the higher tiers.
I'm overcharging for what they did, taught the legends. Yeah, I think that hip hop and R&B, like they literally, I think they have to coexist. Not only can they coexist well, I think they literally have to coexist for the other to survive. Because nobody wants to hear a nigga rapping for 45 minutes straight. Just nobody, or at least not me. And I'm sure you all can agree. And then, but by that same token, it is very refreshing to hear a singer have an album and have like some more rap-centric melodies in there, you know what I'm saying? And have some like verses in there. So yeah, I think they have to coexist. Like I don't even think it's can they live in the same world or how well do they live in the same world? I think we both suffer if we don't make that shit work. You know what I'm saying? Like hip hop and R&B. Morgan Gold, man, that's my friend for sure. And I use that word very sparingly. You know, like a lot of people aren't friends, they're associates, or they're just people that you know. Morgan Gold, I can honestly say she's a friend. She reaches out for things other than music. She reaches out for things other than favors. And yeah, she's just a talent. Like more than that, she's a phenomenal voice. She's a phenomenal spirit. She has a phenomenal show. Definitely one of the best shows in Chicago, especially in the independent scene. But yeah, man, that's You know what I'm saying? That's the homie. I have nothing but glowing words to say about her, for sure. Make It Real came about, it's a story. And it's a funny ass story. But it's just music, man. Like, it was just, some shit was on my mind. And yeah, I wanted to tell a story about kind of being in a situation where you have a partner, you have a person that's not your partner. It's a very bad, like, I definitely don't suggest this song. Like, I definitely don't suggest y'all going to live out this song, but you have a person that's not your partner and you kind of fall for the person that's not your partner while being with your partner and shit. And then you make it real. So I'm sure you can guess where that joke kind of went. But yeah. Facts, I'm gonna act like that's a metaphor for like life and shit. It's definitely not, that's just, yeah, it was fun while it lasted. Oh my God, come on, man. Life ain't always peachy, still I'm. Wow, so Cole Bennett, I don't know how I met, bro, to be completely honest with you. I just know I met him and he was a great dude, super for the culture. As you see, I had a video with him and I had no business having a Cole Bennett visual, like no business, 0 followers, 0 streams, like 0 everything. Like that was my first single, like ever. So it was like no reason I should be working with him. But I remember he told me, we met up in Hyde Park and he was like, I don't want to shit on the artist he was working with at that time, but he was like, this is one of the first times I've actually enjoyed the music I was making a video to. And I was like mind fucked, like mind blown. And it just taught me that as long as you're making a product that people enjoy and that people can consume, all of the other shit will come with it. Of course, branding matters. Of course, marketing matters. Of course, investing in your craft matters. But as long as you're making a product that can cut through, like a lot of people spend all of their time and their money on getting the song out there and all the marketing and all the bells and whistles. But it's like when it hits the ears, are people listening or are they turning that shit off? And more often than not, they're turning that shit off. That's why, to me, I believe, they say that it's hard to cut through in this age. I believe it's easier than ever to cut through in this age because there's so much bullshit that's getting through. When you actually hear something that's good, you latch on to it harder than they would have in the past. So my album, like, it's going through this, like, just continuing to double and triple in streams and in value because it's like, it's not even that it's greater than My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Like this is the greatest work I've ever done, and I put it up against anything out of Chicago, anything out of artists this year by far. But it's like, that's not even the selling point. The selling point is like, this shit, like, damn, it's real, it's transparent. So right here, we have a gift box. In this gift box, you open it. You see, I don't even know what you see. You see the track list. Inside, this is kind of empty, but inside you see the Kayo South Side. It's empty because I took a lot of shit out. This is my personal one. Has a lyric book, you know, with all the lyrics, has like, you know what I'm saying, like the track list and shit. Has a journal and it comes with a pen for you to just write out your dreams, aspirations. I don't know, you can write whatever the fuck you wanna write. You can write some raps in that bitch. What's good, y'all? It's Kayo, rapper, singer, entrepreneur, and you are watching Profiles.
Right, hard to get right, yo. It's hard to get right, hard to be nice when you sober, cause my loneliest nights come after inviting you over. It's hard to get bright when sunlight keep making you duller. It's hard to get right, hard to get right.
Shit's crazy.